Here is a quick overview of example 2 for lesson 3.1. You have to use the figure at right to identify whether each pair of angles is alternate interior, alternate exterior, corresponding, or consecutive interior angles. We'll use these abbreviations for each of those possible answers. First question asks about angles 3 and 10. So if we're talking about angles 3 and 10, that makes line P the transversal. So 3 and 10 are both on the interior between lines M and N, and they're on the same side as of the transversal as each other. So those are then corresponding interior angles. Angles 2 and 12 are also along the same transversal line P, and those are not between lines M and N, so they're exterior and they're on opposite sides of the transversal, so those are alternate exterior angles. Angles 8 and 14 are along the transversal Q, and they are between lines M and N, but they're on opposite sides, so those are alternate interior angles. Angles 8 and 13 are also along transversal Q, and they're both on the interior between M and N and on the same side of the transversal Q, so they are consecutive interior angles. 8 and 16, they're also on transversal Q, but notice 8 is in the bottom left of that intersection and 16 is in the bottom left of that intersection, so that makes those corresponding angles. Angles 1 and 9 are also corresponding angles because they're both in the top left of that intersection. Angles 6 and 16 are on opposite sides of the transversal Q, and they're on the outside, not on the interior of lines M and N. So they are alternate exterior angles. Angles 3 and 11, they're both in the bottom right of the intersections between transversal P and lines M and N, respectively, so they are corresponding. And angles 7 and 13 are on opposite sides of the transversal P, and they're both between lines M and N, so they're alternate interior angles. So now it's your turn to complete the your turn example problems with your table partner. After you've completed those, then go ahead and get started on the assignment for lesson 3.1.